Hello everybody, welcome back to Polaris Stigma. I am your host, Jeremy Kelly, and today we'll be doing another Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown playthrough with the Red Star settings. Now, it's not really a settings, it's just a theme I'm doing. So with this, I will only be using Russian aircraft. I haven't been keeping track of which ones I have and haven't used, so I'll just be using a wide variety, and hopefully I'll make sure to get every aircraft. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this is a minimal commentary. After I'm done with my intro, I will not be talking. So, if you're watching this or any of my future minimal commentaries, remember I will have the gameplay on my computer. So I'll be able to chat with you in the cutscenes, but I will not be able to do it during gameplay. So this is something you guys can sit back, enjoy watching, and just have a fun day while watching Ace Combat. If I do die excessively or have too many mistakes, I will likely get on here and let you guys know that, hey, I'm having a little bit of a stressful time today. So minimal commentary, but if I need to get on here, I will. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you afterwards. Bye.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down. The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communications system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Hey everyone, I made a quick mistake. I was playing PvP with my friends a few days ago and I turned off the audio, and as nice as that would be just to sit back and enjoy just the regular gameplay, I think you guys might want to actually hear the audio, so let me quickly fix that. I am so sorry. I also will need to mute the music because copyrights are a thing. And I've already got a few warnings on that with my videos in the past. So, I am so sorry. I will be skipping the, cinematics that happened beforehand, like that. Same aircraft, same everything. You guys aren't too upset with me. It's something I haven't done very often, thankfully, so, let's just go ahead and dive right back into that mission with the... I'm going to go ahead and unplug my headset again. As normal, the chat is available if you guys want to chit-chat.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP. Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
No, it's real funny.
Missile inbound, evade! Enemy on your rear!
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Breaking to escape off!
Missile.
Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Missile.
Ejecting. E-rescue.
Stall warning.
Bandit hit. Enemy got away.
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile closing. Evading.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Missile inbound. Evade. Face forward and keep your eyes on the enemy.
Strider 1, tank destroyed.
Now the enemy's already down. That LRSFC is really something.
Missile.
That much harder.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Cyclops 1, launching missile.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Missile.
I spotted him.
Missile.
Time to shoot that bastard out of the sky. Roger, the park will be secured. The OTSA shot cleared the way.
I know the feeling.
Missile closing. Evading.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Caution.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Okay, Trigger, Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Lucian.
Wilco. That's something.
Relate, check your six.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Friendly shot down.
Stall warning.
losses. Roger that. Friendly has been shot down. Box 2. Box 2.
There's a crack in the enemy's defenses. Send our troops there at once. This should allow us to put up a fight.
We're deadlocked. Isn't there something we can do? That area's all yours, Strider. Back up help squadron in the submerged area.
Roger. Enemy has a lock on you.
Check the port side. We need to regroup.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Missile.
Anti-air gun eliminated. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army.
Missile.
Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Caution.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Missile.
Half our forces are neutralized.
Missile.
We still have a chance of victory. It's much easier to defend when you stay in an attack position.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Enemy missile. Breaking.
Tear down that barricade.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. Emboldened following the enemy's air support.
Strider 1. Target destroyed.
Longcaster, this is Mace 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Thanks, LRSSG. We'll take it from here.
Ship still
This is the Stark. There are small boats hiding in the ruins.
Missile.
Take them out before they can approach the fleet. Keep pushing forward, and that bridge will be ours.
Missile.
Go down. Conditions keep changing. This battle is ugly.
Missile away.
Stop these guys before somebody lights a fire under our asses.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Don't let them
Missile.
through.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Must be exhausted after what they did. So let's hurry up and finish the job. Lock on me. Breaking to escape lock. This is Rifle 2. Locked on base.
5 minutes remaining.
Missile closing. Evading.
Guess they're reluctant to make their move, even though we're still recovering from the last battle. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4, requesting fire for raid. Coordinates 2294-5002. Target is enemy MBT formation. Fire for effect with your strongest rounds.
Missile.
Strider 1. Missile closing. Evade.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4, bracketing complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Same firing data. Azimuth 2870, elevation 237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Caution.
We must show a resolve.
Caution.
Strider 1. Enemy ship sunk.
Missile.
They're after me. I need
You did
cover.
really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
And impact. Tucker 2-4. We got our ears on them next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Missile.
We must take it
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger,
Missile.
it's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
Missile.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Lock on. Good night.
Missile.
Missile, break hard.
This is the amphibious command ship Ptarmigan. The enemy ships in this area are part of the sunken ruins now. The landing party is on its way to HQ.
In gun range.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Launched.
Steer clear of the sunken allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Damn it, 3 strikes is back.
Cruiser confirmed destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
You never know what's gonna happen in naval warfare. Stay vigilant.
Missile.
What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing. We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
Target eliminated. Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly warships should be able to finish them off.
Hopefully it stays that way for a while.
Keep firing on the move! Strider 1, hostile gunning for you.
This alarm's true.
Powerful AA defense system in the AO. Coordinates Tango 28, Lima 3 knots.
Enemy got away. Friendly shot down. Evading missile. I took some damage. No use.
30 seconds remaining.
Pilots from Stonehenge are here to back us up. Focus on the enemies in front of you.
Strider 3, missile, missile.
Missile. Missile. Missile. Missile. Missile.
Destroy the enemy's left wing.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that. Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different level. Don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Chaff and flares completed.
Cyclops 3, there's been a hit. We gotta eject. Someone lagging. They took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 has bailed out C. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Locked on. Enemy is a rocker. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Locked on bandit.
Taking evasive action.
Miss, target's still active.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cam, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. Strider 1. You're all grown up. I'll leave you with the blast crack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Caution. Missile.
Strider 1, missile.
Missile.
Locked on. Go down.
Hold up. My radar has shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6.
Shit.
Missile. Missile.
He's refusing to fire. He wants a short shot. Not too bad.
Missile.
He's acting as a decoy. He
Missile.
has absolute trust in his allies, I see.
Strider 1, locked on target.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing.
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops
Wiseman, eject already, Wiseman.
I'm sorry, Count. His plane exploded.
Missile.
Wiseman, stay strong.
Missile.
We're not done here.
Missile.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it!
Missile.
Cyclops
Missile.
4, form an element.
Missile.
We need our top gun if we're gonna take out
Missile.
that bastard.
Missile.
Local count.
Missile. Ammunition
Special
0.
weaponry depleted.
Can Trigger handle this solo?
Locked on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies.
Missile.
Trigger's our only hope.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Box 2.
Missile.
I have the lock.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
You're holding your own out there.
You're out of missiles.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Damn, I can't seem to find an opening.
Missile hit.
Good job.
Missile.
Damn.
Ammunition 0.
Now go finish the
Ammunition
job.
0.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Ammunition 0.
My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My
Damn
hostile
it.
reaching out.
What was that? I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Caution. Pull up.
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatch from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Will image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe? The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
There is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Target destroyed.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Osean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. ID is Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Stall warning.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight.
Strider 1 is down.
Lancaster, are all of these...
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Will image process the unknowns caught in your cans to identify friend or foe? The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Caution.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock.
ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Target destroyed.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us.
Destroyed.
The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this? There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Stall
Hide your
warning.
smokes. 3 strikes will find you. Your delusions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess. You guys have opened the trial of the war, leading our country even further into ruin. Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Caution.
Those that protect General Labarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Weapon toll! There's a vehicle up ahead. He's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot. The communication networks come back online.
It's launched. Target is down.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Why didn't that hit?
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Target's been wiped out.
Locked on bandit.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you, we got out of paying that toll. I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Field force,
Stall warning.
check your IFF. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
Missile.
We're almost at land. record this conversation. I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. To those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Thunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Caution.
Spike. There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Nice work, Leos 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
Target is eliminated.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean.
Missile. Missile.
Do not attack before target identification is complete.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! Open fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Ammunition 0.
Tank is destroyed.
Ammunition 0.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima.
Missile.
Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Missile.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Missile.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
Missile.
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure. We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This is good.
Missile.
We're the only ones here on our side.
Missile.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lawcaster.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out.
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Taking fire. Take care of them. Here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks. The general is speaking with the commander.
Cease fire with the ocean aircraft. General's orders. Cease fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Was a mistake to create something like a
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. It's Erusian military.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future we live in the high heavens.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Bandit has a lock.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkan technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkan technology
Chaos to the world. I can't believe Lucy is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Used to go on a story like that, right, Trigger?
Unidentified aircraft in the truck.
You're in their sights, Strider 1.
Friendly lost.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
It's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Missile. 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 Pull up.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Missile.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
How's your last long capture? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Glad we waited. Don't worry. I'll let anybody through after you. Roger.
Almost at the rendezvous. We can rid of the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone production will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. All goes well. We should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Strider 1, don't ice up.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco. Wilco.
Missile.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Missile away.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you're taking one of your big shots, too. I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
good. Shit.
Enemy behind you. Take.
They're in my way.
Low on missiles.
Break it, break it, break it!
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... Drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OCA craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
Missile.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99 launch! Our commands are overridden!
Target
Enemy's accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Recruits, headed this way!
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Enemy has a beat on you.
I'm on my target's tail.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile.
Target locked.
5 bandits remaining.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Has a beat on
Star
you.
one.
Counter squad is fully functional.
Missile evaded. 4 bandits left.
None of them are fully functional.
3 bandits to go.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? They are just data, aren't they?
Missile.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
Missile. Missile.
1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General Staff Office? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, Very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness. Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
With so much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs.
They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to...
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft! A retreating vehicle is taking fire! Requesting assistance!
Roger. ID complete. Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run? Locked on.
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. can.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Let's help retreating OC forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians were part of the fighting. With that, we're all lined up. We're wounded together. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. Guess what happened here? You know what? Damn, Erusian bastard. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
APC destroyed.
It's all crazy people.
This whole operation is
We're in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I hope the rebels and Ocean Army end up wiping each other out.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes.
Strider 1, warship sunk.
The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial. Get out there and do something!
Locked on.
Number 6 you need. We just need to buy some time.
Strider 1,
Open the bay until operation feeding time.
I'm on my target's
Take
tail.
them away from the mass driver.
Strider 1, target destroyed. ID complete.
Less than half our vehicle.
Where's our damn air support?
Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
UAV is down.
Three-strike craft? High shit.
Confirmed destroyed.
You're with us! You can see the enemy APC from there? Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help or we're still up and running! If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Missile.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Missile.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile.
I count 12 dead bodies here.
Missile.
They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they're involved in Delta.
Enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Missile.
Missile away. Target acquired.
Ambush! Stay calm! Reform the ranks! It's fine if we take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now. We did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
An explosion inside!
Missile.
Continue the countdown.
Missile.
Get out of here! Stupid.
Missile.
Flagship. And the countdown! There's still one arsenal left. Bob, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Missile.
Our guys took out the enemy near this place. What do we do now?
Missile.
Get in the tank! No sign of letting up.
Allied retreat looks good. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
I have a solid lock.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Confirmed. The info is from an our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile. Missile.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Missile.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Missile.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon?
Visual. Like an eagle.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Identification complete.
Missile.
It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Missile.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Missile.
Missile. Launch control, this is Flight Leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
Missile. Missile.
This is Launch Control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch Control, roger that.
Missile. Missile.
Target locked.
Missile.
Careful, these guys are coming.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Missile away.
Locked on.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Trigger, splash the bandit.
I'm on my target's tail.
Missile. Missile.
Grenade, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
Missile.
Did it. Continue with your mission.
We don't even know where we are! Roger our pursuit. Damn it, they're too good. Are they really from Ocean? Push him back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Strider 1, target acquired. Fox 2.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back. We don't need to defeat them. Just delay their advance. Got it? Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front lines. Don't stop! We can just defend the mass driver today. Our army can turn this thing around. Fire's put a number on my hearing.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
We only need an hour tops. We need the advantage to pin the enemy down.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. Hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
We have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use a smoke canister. And who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Hurry!
Missile.
Target acquired.
Nice job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Missile.
You're almost out of special weaponry.
Missile.
Why do they sing that song? Because everyone knows it. No other reason.
Fox 2.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Missile.
Target is in machine gun range.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Begin the terminal countdown. Pressure stable, cooling systems on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network.
Missile.
You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Mission 0.
The supply
supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it. Don't overshoot. Too close, we'll get caught up in the explosion.
So they're trying to feed that giant monster of a bird, and we can't let them complete their mission.
Target acquired. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose us! Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Missile.
We've recalculated the remaining time. Enemy on your back. 60 seconds remain. In gun range.
Target locked.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're going to start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. Well, we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Protect the base. Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What's he talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused.
I know. We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Caution. Pull up.
Missile away.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Retreat! Our tank can't take on a fighter!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Target destroyed. Missile away. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We're unable to use this air! Take him down! Help me!
Strider 1, APC destroyed.
Breaking! Breaking! Bandit lock!
Stall warning.
Don't stop the car! It'll make us an easier target! They have 4 aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
We're coming up on the castle.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
That's Shalaji Castle.
Strength on it. Strength to our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the show and take shelter somewhere sturdy or off the ground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines.
Missile.
Why aren't our planes up in the air?
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
None None of our units are able to communicate over the comms. All of our infantry fighting vehicles and tanks are gone.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Stand it down! We're running out of ways to fight back!
Locked on bandit. How are you? Are you still in this?
We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Target hit. New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battlefield is over. Get up there. Be along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Target acquired. Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You're in violation of Shiraji airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Fort Bonte.
You bastard!
You defile this country.
Stall warning.
As long as you're here, this country will never know peace.
Shit!
I'm out! Ejecting!
Stall warning.
I hope he's okay. Bailing out under those conditions. I can see his parachute. It's free. He makes it to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
Wilco.
Righto.
Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
A miss, as expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon.
Stall warning.
No, it's a railgun.
Stall warning.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east.
Stall warning.
High-speed projectile launch from enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Missile.
Don't waste your life.
Missile.
Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home.
Missile.
Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person.
Missile.
Yeah.
Missile.
Muscle Team Squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Stall warning.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through. Wilco, might just cost us our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow him to pieces.
Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of your pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. We found out about all the games of the new toy.
You're almost there.
Somebody guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you. Being together with Mihai taught me something. Drone fighters don't require control. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. I'm there with the Vosinigian Air Force should be fighting against.
This weapon is not enough to take down 3 strikes. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation. And I've felled every last one of them.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Strider 1 scored another hit. He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger.
Low on missiles.
Mr. X is ascending rapidly. The missiles went straight for the sun. Not a casual move.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
These movements. I knew it.
Missile.
Mr. X moves like the drone I saw in Bulgararest.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean? I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the X-02 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. A solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. It feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
Well, everyone, I'm going to be a little disappointing here. This is going to turn into a 4-part series. I do have good news, though. We are going to continue this with the last 2 missions and the 3 DLC missions. I've received a lot of views from this, and even though I'm still a fairly young channel and I don't have many subscribers. To see my numbers in the double digits means so much to me. So I wanted to quickly give a thank you to all of you who have been a part of this channel, especially from the beginning, or if you're new, for just swinging by and checking out something new. So this is going to turn into a 4-part series, and I'm sorry it's going to be an excuse, but I think my laptop broke during the stream because it got like all these weird red dots, screen froze, and it just wasn't good. So I'm going to have to spend the rest of the day looking for a new laptop while I hopefully figure out everything else. Now, thankfully, I'm going to be able to call up a friend and he might be able to help me get the tags and everything for this. So if you guys have any suggestions after this, I'm thinking about possibly doing an Ace Combat where it will be the Japanese Self-Defense Force or a European front. So if either one of those two sound great to you, please let me know. And I look forward to that. Because those are... I just enjoy doing the whole Ace Combat thing. And until my collaboration is available, I'm just going to kind of be stuck on this for a little while. So... I do want you guys to know that I have ordered Star Wars Squadrons, so we will be looking at that as well in the future. I will also be looking at Cyberpunk 2077. But as of right now, if you guys want to go ahead and tell me if you prefer Japanese Self-Defense Force... Actually, I'll give you a third option. Japanese Self-Defense Force, European, so just European aircraft, or modern US. Let me know what you think, and we'll get to that. If you guys seen an old game that I played that I need to go back and rehash, let me know. I'll also look into that. So, I think that's pretty much it. So, thank you all so much for coming here to Polaris Stigma. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.